Was not as healthy as it is now. I don't know that it's ever been as healthy as it is now. It's amazing now. But I had some friends and they came to me and said, we are going to go have brunch, or breakfast in Harlem. I said, what? These guys were the whitest, blondest, bluest-eyed two young men, and it was a time when downtown did not go uptown. In the 30s and 40s, it was sort of chic to go uptown and go to nightclubs and go to hear jazz. But in the late 70s, there was a kind of a tension that existed, and people didn't go downtown, didn't go uptown. They said, don't worry, we're going to go, it's going to be great. We walked into this little tiny, narrow luncheonette. It was just a counter on one side and little tables for two, 6 tables for two on the other side, and there was this cute little woman with these turn-up glasses, Harlequin glasses. She said, Harley, welcome, what do you want to eat? And we had this fabulous breakfast, the biscuits, the waffles and chicken, how fabulous it was to go to Sylvia's in Harlem. And Ed Kozner, the editor, said to me, are we sending our readers to Harlem?
Today, at the panel we had earlier, the point was made by Michael White and by JJ and by Marcus that, and in Harlem, let's look at Harlem in particular, we are just getting started. When it comes to food in America, we're going nowhere but up. Yeah. Nowhere but up. And there was a woman in the audience who I think I see in the audience again, who said, talked about how are we going to make, JJ mentions these trips to Ghana, cooking in Ghana. How are we going to make West African food something that everybody learns to appreciate? Well, we're starting. We're getting there. So it's nothing but hopeful, I think.
Oh, very much.
I mean, I feel like the Harlem market's very much like that. Something that I guess it's not quite the same, but in Austin, I'm still in Texas, you know, so still very much there's a lot of, you know, well done food, steaks, salmons. You know, you go to like a generational barbecue joint and still all canned peas, canned corn, canned potatoes. But at the same time, yeah, the scene is very exciting right now, and it's growing quite a bit. People are a little more educated. You guys were talking about when you guys like think about what you're gonna cook for the critic, or like you know, like Gail wants it well done. Like I guess I feel like you guys are generations ahead of me. So like I mean like the more I cook, well not you. No, that's the thing. But like the more I'm sorry, that came out wrong.
Yeah.
But,
you said generations.
But
Careful.
yeah. But I mean, the more I mature as a chef, the more I edit myself. And you know, like when I was younger, yeah, I wanted to do all these techniques. I wanted to, you know, for some reason, I feel like my palate's getting simpler and simpler, or maybe it's just getting more and more focused. The longer I cook, the more I understand what I'm eating, and the more I can articulate how I eat and how I cook. Mm-hmm. And I guess at the same time, it gives me that confidence to do what I do in Texas. And like when you were talking about JJ and West African food, like how do I introduce Filipino food? And like I think we had a discussion last night about how it's very much Spanish, it's very much you know, Asian in the same way, and it's very much Mexican in some ways, you know. And I think part of that is it's brought by media, you know, and people learning more about food and wanting to try different things. Yep.
And I like, I mean, the fact that it's Filipino, and you're really drawing out of the culture of the Philippines, like we say. And
it took a while, because at first I thought I was supposed to cook French, and then I thought I was supposed to cook Japanese, you know, because that's what's hot, and you know, like it has to be white tablecloths, it has to be this, you know, like there's a lot of definitions that I guess I made in my head about what food should be, or what food is, or what great food can be. Yeah.
What are you cooking at your restaurants then?
I had to go back to my roots, and I was looking for inspiration. And you know, nowadays with media, you can go online and everybody's food looks the same. You go order Chef's Garden, everybody has petite vegetables, everybody has their puree, there's tuile, there's flowers, you know, there's soil, you know, and like everybody's food looks the same. And I'm like, what am I doing with my food? And you know, everybody has modern stuff, everybody has whatever cooking in ashes.